Welcome back to another vloggy vlog. If you are new here, hello, my name is Crishon. It is Vlogmas Day 16. Vlogmas Day 16. I've been picking up this camera / this phone for 16 consecutive days. I've got nothing. I've got nothing. Like, I'm super excited. Like, and yes, I'm leaving work and I have my very festive shirt on, made by your girl. It's all the reindeer's names, but I wore it to work today. I shouldn't have wore it to work today because I did not know that it would get on my pants like it did. And one thing I do not like, and that's when I see people with like dark colored clothes majority of the time, and it's got like cat hair or dog hair on it. Granted, this does not look like cat nor dog hair, but it does look fluffy. It does look like something like I was rolling around in lint or something. But it's only like when my shirt comes up in a big part. So from what I can tell, like looking at my pants from right here, it's fine. But yes, it is Monday the 16th. And I'm gonna tell you like this, nothing has really changed on my end. I still have not, I hope y'all cannot hear long hair in the back, but we still have not gotten anything for these kids. So it has to be the next 2 days, because today and tomorrow, because Jason's birthday is on the 18th, which is Wednesday. So he's gonna have pizza, cake, no ice cream because I wouldn't know how to do that, and little snacks for his class. So I need to go right now. I'm heading to Giant to see if I can put in a cupcake order, a Hot Wheels cupcake order. Very last minute. I need it by like tomorrow. If not tomorrow, I need it by Wednesday at least by like 9 or 10 o'clock, so I can be able to take it to his class. If not, I'm gonna have to ask them if I can push the party back from Wednesday to Thursday. I wanted him to have it on his actual birthday like Kyra did, but if not, mommy gotta take the blame for that because that was totally my fault. But Wednesday, he gonna do that in class. We are taking him somewhere for his birthday, so I didn't want my sister to do his hair just yet because it's gonna be pointless to have his hair done and to get his hair done for right now anyway. But hopefully she can do it for Christmas. So I did leave work a little earlier because usually I'm only staying at work like the last hour because we have a meeting. So I left at probably like 12. It's 12:15. I left at like 12:05-ish. My supervisor didn't know, like, they be texting and I be already in the building, so I can't have my phone. So I don't be knowing what's going on. Like, if somebody don't come in and say, oh, such is not here today, I won't know. So I didn't know, but I had just happened to look on the computer and seen that it said he was basically out of office. And I'm like, cutting it kind of close to be out of office, and we got this meeting. But another one of my coworkers was like, oh yeah, he did text this morning and say no meeting, and he's gonna be basically like taking off for the rest of the evening. Thanks, guys. So I did leave. So I'm going to Giant, prayerfully placing this cupcake order, and I also want to get some stuff I wanted to do specialty like I always do, but Maurice's like, don't do specialty, because when we did specialty for Kai, I guess it was just too much for 2 and 3 year olds, which I can totally understand because it was kind of a lot for us, but it must have been too much for them because they ate the cupcakes, but it was just like a lot. Like, even when she came home, she had like frosting all over her. It was crazy. But I I don't know, I just feel like stuff that I didn't get done for me as a child, I want to do for my kids. Or even, I don't remember that far back. Even if I did get it done, I don't remember. But I want to be one of those moms. So that's why I try to do it all the time. Eli could never do it for him because his birthday is the day before 4th of July. So he just got to deal with us. But I did, like, we usually be like, you know, if you want a friend or something to come over, or if you want to go somewhere and take a friend, that's very much possible. But he hasn't gotten to that stage just yet. I don't think so. He hasn't. So he'll ask if he can go to people's houses, and I'm like, personally, me as a parent, I'm not there yet. You want to meet somewhere, that's fine, and then have the parent like pick them up, that's fine too. Like, I'll watch them while they're here, but just know you need to be back to pick this child up at this certain time. But coming to the house and stuff, I'm not there just yet. Like, I don't know, because I'm not even in the, I haven't even like spoke to any parent. Like, my son is popular. He's on the phone every day with somebody new, and I don't know the parent, you know what I'm saying? I barely know the child. But I'm letting him live his best life. He's very respectable, so I'm not worried about, you know, what's being said or what's going on, or, you know, I'm not concerned about none of that. Not yet. Let me stress that. Not yet. Kids will be kids, boys will be boys, but I haven't got no red flags or nothing like that just yet. Hopefully I don't, but I'm just saying. But yeah. So my sister came over yesterday. Well, we had a little date night, which was cool, and my sister did my daughter's hair yesterday. And I was mad because I was like, it's a cute style, but my thing is, my daughter is rough. The little hair, the bow ties and the barrettes and stuff like that, that's only gonna last for maybe 30 minutes max. So Maurice sent me a picture of her this morning, and she just had her hands folded, and I'm like, what do you have to be mad about? Like, let's talk about it. But her hair was fine, even though she did have that one that was like sticking up, and I'm like, Lord. But I was asking, so what I said to her was, can you put 2 braids in her hair? So when she was doing the little ponytails, I'm like, hey, what are you doing? That's not what I asked for. She said, yeah, you asked for 2 braids. She can't get 2 braids. I'm like, okay, so if you can't get 2, put 4 in there. Just put some braids in her girl hair. And she's like, her hair is not long enough. She can't get that kind of style. And I'm like, you know, you just braided all of her hair up into 2, like a bunch of braids and the ponytails that was like on top of her head that she wanted barrettes and stuff to go on. But I'm like, that's fine because all of it is up. But she's like, she can't get it done. So I'm like, you know what? Okay, don't want to argue about this, but you do remember that you just did that for her hair. I just didn't want so many. I just wanted like 4 braids to hold her over because, like I said, this weekend we'll be going somewhere. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to argue with the stylish chair. I'm going to go ahead and let her live. But I'd rather her have the braids because she can, you know, she can get rough in those, blah, blah, blah. And I was just thinking braids, and it's faster. 4 braids, 5 braids, even if you had to do 6. Ain't happy nothing fancy. I just wanted to hold us over until the weekend because that's when it's going to get real for these kids. They just don't know it yet. But girl, she refused, and she put these ponytails in her head. So I'm like, all right, we're going to see how long this lasts. So I put her bonnet on, and like I said, it wasn't terrible, but she did have that one little flyaway. But yeah. So I'm just talking, y'all. I'm just talking. It was something I wanted to say. I forgot though. I totally forgot. So Maurice said he didn't want to do any more decorations. I don't remember what vlog that was, but he was like, all right, we're done with the decorations. And then I don't know if y'all remember for fall and Thanksgiving, I had put like the little leaves above the cabinets. So now he wants to get some garland and stuff and put either some garland or some tinsel and put it above the cabinets again. I'm like, but I thought you said you were done. Like, we were done. He was like, yeah, but I thought you was going to put something up there. And I was like, no, because you said you were done. So now I need to find that somewhere and hopefully find that somewhere. because I wasn't planning on going to, well, only stores I was planning on going to was like Target and Walmart, so we can get the I should take the exit. Target and Walmart to get the kids' toys and stuff, or whatever it is that they want. But I was trying to have it where I had all my kids show me everything that they wanted, but I pretty much have an idea of what everybody wants and or needs. I guess they don't need nothing but what they want. But at first I wasn't gonna get Jace no more like Hot Wheels and stuff like that. But he been playing with his little Hot Wheels and stuff for the last 2 days. I'm like, oh no, so he want Hot Wheels again. He trying to be back on that Hot Wheel kick. So what I'm gonna do is, we're not gonna get him no more actual cars. We're gonna probably just get him the big pieces, like the racetracks and the shark eating the cars and stuff like that. So probably like 2 of those. And I wanted to get him something that he can like ride on. But at the same time, I know my mom had just bought him a Spider-Man little ride-on toy. It was like a year ago. But my kids don't know how to share. So I was going to buy each person a ride-on toy. Not Eli, because he still got like that dirt bike or whatever. So he's still fine with that. But I just got to see. I just think like once I get into the store, I think it should be fine. Like I could be like, okay, yeah, I can do this, I can do that. Because you know, when you buy stuff, or when your kids ask for stuff, you always be like, oh, they can use this, or they will use this, because you kind of know your kids. So, but I do want to introduce my kids to the like more board games and stuff like that, like stuff that I did as a kid, and maybe they'll like it. They like they love Jenga. They don't love putting Jenga together, but they love knocking it down. So that's one thing. Trouble, they didn't really, they liked it, but they didn't love it. Yeah, it just seemed like it was just too many directions for them. But I can get them like the little shark game where you fish and the shark like bite it, or the little fish game that they do that. Maurice want to do Rock'em Sock'em. I said I would look into that. I don't know, because I don't know, but he want to do something like some boxing gloves. I get it, that's the dad's side. I'm trying to think, because I used to buy them the inflatables, like just randomly buy inflatables that would be like weighted at the bottom, and then they like knock over and you punch them with. I used to get those, but I want to say the dog bit it. Either the dog bit it, or their dad might have busted playing too much. I'm not too sure. I know it's something along those lines. But I'll be pulling up to the store in a minute, so I'm gonna call y'all right back. I did not notice how many people don't, like, it's only like 12:30 and half the world is at the daggone grocery store. Cupcakes is secure. It's 1:11. I did not expect to be out this long. I had told Maurice that I was coming home, what I probably shouldn't have done. So he was saying how he was hungry. So I'm like, okay, well, I might run a Giant. You know what's over here in this area. You know, what do you want? So he threw me through a loop when he said Taco Bell. Because usually when we get Taco Bell, it's off the late night. We drunk. We just need something to snack on. So with that being said, went to Taco Bell. Then right across the street from Taco Bell is Krispy Kreme. So if you don't know, Krispy Kreme has had a cyber attack yesterday. We were trying to order the donuts yesterday, but they were open, but the cyber attack took everything down, basically. I don't know too much about it. I just know that when we were trying to order, like, the whole site was down, like all transactions and everything Krispy Kreme related was down. So I went today, and they're gonna run the little Grinch special. They're gonna run that through Christmas. I don't know if that was always a thing, but when we looked at the app, it said it was only available the 13th and 14th. But I think because of the cyber thing, they pushed it back, or they extended it or whatever. So when I just went, I was trying to use my app to get my points, and he was like, oh, I can't scan it because we still under attack or whatever. And I was like, oh shoot, okay. And then I have American Express. I have I have a few of them, but he had asked me, he was like, what's the limit? And I was like, it all just depends on your credit score or whatever. And he was like, well, what's yours? And I was like, what? And mind you, while this whole conversation is going on, I got Maurice on the phone. And I was like, I mean, all you gotta do is apply, and when they run your credit, they'll tell you, they'll either approve you or deny you. And then when you go to spend, there's a tool on there, and it'll say like your spending limit. So if you want to buy something for 10 grand and you put it in there and it gives you a green check, you can do it. So you can keep pushing it up, and then they'll tell you like, nah, you can't do that. So if you do like 15 and you get an X, that means you need to stay below maybe like 10 or even 14, because the 15 you're not getting. And he was like, all right, because when I had gave him the card, he was like, it's kind of heavy. And I was like, yeah, it's a metal card. Like, I didn't know what else to say. So I went to Giant, then after Giant I went to Taco Bell, then after Taco Bell I went to Krispy Kreme, and now I'm headed home, finally. So I was talking to Maurice, and he was, even earlier when I had called him, he was saying, oh, y'all know I like the wild cherry midnight, whatever it's called, y'all know what I'm trying to say, that drink. And girl, the daggone machine was down. That's why I was like, I don't never come over here to go to this Taco Bell, but I just happened to be on this side, so I was like, let me just go. And I need gas, but I'm not gonna get it because y'all know it's Monday and I'm home till Wednesday, so Maurice's problem, not mine. But what was I saying? Totes forgot. Oh, I had to get Baja Blast instead. But I was talking to him, and he was already saying this morning from when we talked, like he was having a long day. So I'm like, okay, well, you want me to call you back, or I'm just doing when I get home? He like, no. So I'm like, okay. So he told me about his little issues that's not really issues. So I'm telling him about, what was I talking about? I was talking about something. And I was like, I was talking about the holiday, like getting the holiday off or whatever. And I'm like, are you listening? He's like, not really. He said, I'm over here trying to talk myself off a ledge. And I'm like, well, let me call you back, because I can talk to people that want to listen to my problems. And he's like, oh, wow. And I hung up, and he's trying to call back. Nope. And I hope your food is cold. Man, when I used to work at Taco Bell, I used to have a ball. I used to have a ball. Taco Bell was my third job in college. Yeah, because I had left. I was doing, I was working with people that had special needs. So I was working that full time, and then I was doing like side things, like little respite programs, meaning like still working with them, but on the weekends, like going to like their houses or going to the homes that they would stay in. So I did that, and then Taco Bell opened, and I went, me and my at the time friend, we went to the interview. It was an open interview. We went there and we both got the job. Yeah. And I was there for like 4 months, 4 or 5 months. It was, to me, it wasn't long. I was there for that time, and then I became a manager. So instead of making, I want to say it was like $7.25, I had started making like $8.45. Like, it was a lot. It was definitely a lot. Like, not a lot of money. I'm just saying, like, it was a lot to. No, it wasn't a lot. It wasn't a lot in no aspect. It was cool. It was cool. Only thing I was like afraid of at that time of being a manager was having to do like open and closing procedures, only because it would be like, we didn't close. Taco Bell does not close until like 4 o'clock on some days, so on the weekends. And then anything could be going on, like the person from the night before, food could be left out, anything. But I definitely enjoyed it, especially being a manager. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the inventory. I enjoyed scheduling. I enjoyed call outs. I enjoyed my staff in general, because my staff was offthehook.com. Like, it was just a lot going on up in there. But it was fun. It was fun. It was crazy because half the time I would be at work, I would not go to class. I would be like, yeah, I'm gonna not go to class today and I'm gonna just go to work. So whenever somebody would call out or not want to work, they would text me like, hey, you want to switch, and do you just want to work? And my supervisor, she knew, or my manager, she knew, like, text me if somebody call out or whatever. Because, you know, I'd be right in there with that purple shirt on, like, what's that? I didn't care who was working, who was mad at who at that time. I did not care. We're going to get up in here, we're going to get this shift done, and we're going to have fun, because I'm always the life of the party. But, yeah, I met a lot of people working there. So that's kind of, it's not really how me and Maurice met, but I met all his friends before I knew him at Taco Bell. So that was like crazy to me. Yeah, before my our mutual friend, before she even told me anything about him, I had already met all his friends. Like, his friends would faithfully come to Taco Bell. So that was something. But I'm about to be home, so that's another little rant. Go in the house, show y'all what I got, and see what else we got going on today, because I don't know what else we got to do today besides, y'all know, I get the kids. So the y'all seen the elf on the shelf, right? So I be telling Maurice, like, you know, let's flip-flop. You do one, I do one, you do one, I do one. So I was tired last night, and I was like, do you have an idea for the elf on the shelf? And he was like, no. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna snag something and do something real quick, because my kids are so nosy, they be trying to come downstairs. So I had just, y'all seen it. And he was like, they were not pleased. So I was like, what you mean? He was like, nope. He said they were not pleased with that whatsoever. I said, wow. So I gotta try harder. So tomorrow's Vlogmas day, what is it, 17? I gotta go harder. I gotta go much harder, because he said my babies were not pleased with that, and I do not like that. So I gotta do something. I should have gone to the store to get some of the materials I had said I needed to do, like certain ones with the elf on the shelf. But I was like, I wanted to save those to like next week. But we'll see. I'm home. Give me a second. Stuff falling out my pocket. What did you do? Oh, it does look a little cool. What you think is in that green one?